Hello, welcome back. Do I have a story for you? Oh my god, where the hell do I even start? It's a long story short. Chipotle gave me food poisoning and I ended up in the freaking hospital. So, first and last time I'll ever have Chipotle. So it was Sunday. It was Sunday night because I worked. I think I got done at like 2:30. No, I got done at 4:30 on Sunday. And then my boyfriend ordered Chipotle on DoorDash. He was like, let's try something new. I'm like, alright, cool. Got a tofu bowl, both of us. I ate it around like 5:30, and around 6 o'clock it starts. I'm like, my stomach feels weird. Like, I feel like I did when I was lactose intolerant. And I haven't had like a lactose intolerant flare up in like almost 7-8 years, like almost 10 years. And we were trying to watch TV. Like, we got through an episode of The Equalizer, and then after that was over, like, my stomach just started getting worse, and I was just in and out of the bathroom from like 6:30 until like 9 o'clock. It stopped, and I was trying so hard to drink so much. Like, I was drinking water, I was drinking Sprite, because hopefully like the carbonation would help me. Like, nothing worked. Finally 9 o'clock it stopped, and I was like, whew, because it was really bad. I had to go to the bathroom at least like 10 to 15 times. Like, I didn't keep track of it, but it was that bad. And I took Tums like the first hour, and then another hour went by and it was still bad, so I took 2 more Tums. So altogether I had like 4 Tums, obviously, but like nothing was helping. And I took a digestive enzyme thinking that might help. No. So, and I had to be in at 6 in the morning the next day. So I'm like, I gotta go to bed now. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm exhausted from emptying myself out. So I get ready for bed, and as I'm laying in bed, all of a sudden, like, I just start shivering, and I'm getting even more and more cold. I'm like, can you turn the AC off? Can you turn the fan off? And that's not like me, because I need it to be cold in order for me to sleep. Like, I sleep in short shorts and no socks and a t-shirt. And all of a sudden, like, I just started shivering. My teeth were chattering, like I couldn't stop. I felt like I was in like fucking snow. Like, I felt like I was covered in snow, and I was just like, and I thought like one of my teeth were gonna like chip off because I kept chattering so hard, and I kept trying to stop because like I couldn't sleep, and it was really fucking annoying. And I'm like, something's not right. Like, I'm like, are you cold? Because I'm freezing. And he's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, something's not right. So I got up, I put pants on, I put socks on. I got this big ass comforter that I put on, and I put the heater on. That's unlike me. I'm always bitching, like, turn the heat off. I can't sleep. But like, I was frozen. So like, I'm struggling. And at this point, it's like maybe like 9:30, 9:45. I'm like, this is fucking weird. Like, I can't sleep. Like, I don't know what to do. So my boyfriend's like, maybe you should just eat like a granola bar. Maybe you just need something in you. So I like took a couple bites of that, and I was just like, I think I need like to eat something hot, because that wasn't cutting it. I was still trembling, and it was so hard to eat when your fucking mouth is just trembling. So I made myself some grilled cheese. I took a couple bites of that, and like, it was really hard to like want to swallow it because it was so hard to eat that I was just like, what if I throw it up? Like, I just like chewed it for a while, and then I just slowly like had it go down, and it just didn't taste well to me. And then I had to pee, so I went to the bathroom. I looked in the mirror. My lips were turning purple. And then I looked at my hands, my fingers were purple. And then all of a sudden my fingers and my feet were like going numb and tingly. I was like, oh my God. And then I told my boyfriend, I'm like, I'm purple and I'm going numb. He's like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go to the hospital. I'm like, I don't want to go. He's like, we have to go. I'm like, you're driving because I can't feel anything and I'm too busy trembling. So he drove me to the hospital. This hospital is so bad. Like, it's the worst hospital ever. But it's right down the street. And I'm like, if I'm about to lose a limb, we're not driving that fucking long to go there. So we're in the waiting room. And like maybe 30, 40 minutes go by and they finally call me back. I had a fever. It was 100.8. And then right after that, they did an EKG on me. And I'm still freezing at this point. And they said my heart rate was really fast. They said that came back good, except my heart rate was really fast. And then straight after that, he had me walk from the bed to this like high chair looking thing. And the guy was taking my blood. I'm so fucking dehydrated that my blood was coming out slowly. And as soon as he puts it in and the blood starts coming out, I immediately get drenched in sweat. I thought that I peed myself. I didn't, but I thought I did because it literally felt like I pissed myself because I was drenched. My hair soaked, face soaked, all my clothes soaked. And I felt like I was burning in a fucking oven. And this guy's not even looking at me. He's too busy like staring at this. And then all of a sudden my vision starts going blurry. And I start seeing black dots. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to pass out. Oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. Like, that's what's going on in my head. And then the nausea starts happening. All of this at once. Drenched in sweat. I'm nauseous. I can't see shit. And the guy has no idea because he's not looking at me. I have my mask on. So I guess you can't really like tell much by like my eyes. But I have a fear of throwing up because I projectile vomit. I don't throw up like a normal person. So I'm doing everything in my power. I have like 1% of energy. And I'm like, I see a poster. So I focus on a poster. And I'm just like, I start heavy breathing. And then the guy's like, all right, we're done. Looks up at me. And I'm like, I'm on fire. And he just goes, oh, take your time. Take my time? Take my time with what? Being on fire? I'm about to fucking pass out and throw up on you. Like, what am I taking my time for? And then he doesn't even help me. He just leaves. What the fuck you want me to do? Fucking crawl back to the waiting room? Like, it took me a few minutes, but I just like stood up so slowly, grabbed my bag, and just walked so slowly back to the waiting room. And I sat down next to my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm drenched in sweat. I'm in an oven right now. He's like, oh my God. Like, I'm just getting worse by the minute. And then like, the fucking hotness lasted for a while. And then, like, after that, another fucking hour went by. And then maybe like an hour and a half went by. And I finally got a fucking room. What else happened when I got to the room? Oh, so I get to the room. The lady's like, oh, the nurse will be right with you. Bitch, another hour later. I was like, do they even know I'm here? Like, did they forget about us? So I asked my boyfriend, I'm like, do you see anybody out here? Like, could you find somebody? Because I'm too busy sweating. So he's like, there's like nobody here. And I'm like, fuck. It was like damn near an hour just waiting in that room. And then finally this fucking woman comes in and she's like, I need you to pee in a cup. I'm like, great. Can't wait. So I do that. First time I didn't piss all over myself. So I give her the cup. And I thought they were just going to do the pregnancy test like out of the room, because that's normally what they do, and they come back and tell me it's negative. So this lady doesn't fucking say anything. She's just fiddling with her gloves, take the gloves off, put gloves on, take them off. I'm like, what the fuck is this lady doing? So then she just looks at me and leaves. And then like a good 30-40 minutes goes by, and like we're half asleep, we're watching TV. I forget what the fuck was on. I think it was like NCIS or something. So I'm in and out of it. And then my boyfriend, he's just like, he looks over at the table. He goes, what kind of test is that? I'm like, it's probably a pregnancy test. How many lines do you see? Not pregnant. There was one line. The bitch didn't even tell me, like, what? You didn't tell me any results. You just look at me and leave. And then the bitch clocks out and goes home. I'm like, what? And then this guy, he comes in and he goes, oh, I just woke up. Oh, great. That makes me feel so much better. So he puts this little thing on me to like check my heart rate, because it's going like that on the thing. Oh, fucking no. And he takes my blood pressure. And then he goes, I'll be right back with your fluids. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't even want it anymore, because I'm feeling better now. Like, I waited it the fuck out. You had me waiting for hours. So he comes back with all the equipment for it. I'm like, how long is this going to take? You can just tell I was so done. And he was like, oh, about like 40 minutes. And me and my boyfriend look at each other and just like, so he takes everything. It's like in packages. So he's taking everything apart, starts to hook it up, and then he's just looking around confused. He's like, and then he's like, oh, here's the part. This is what I needed. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, what? So then it didn't take 40 minutes. It took 56 minutes. And yes, I timed it, because he put it in at 3 o'clock. It stopped dripping at 3:56. So it took like another 5 to 10 minutes for him to come back, even though my boyfriend flagged him down. It's like, it's done. It's done dripping. So then he comes back. He tries to unhook it all while I'm still hooked up to this thing and the blood pressure thing, and it almost rips it off of me, because he's trying to throw it in the trash, but I'm still hooked up to it. And I'm just like, and then he goes, oh, you have to do, I forget like the initials. He's like, you gotta do some like POC test or something. I'm like, what is that? He's like, you just gotta drink some pretzels and ginger ale, and if you throw up, you can't go home. I'm like, great. So I'm over here drinking ginger ale and eating pretzels. And then I'm finished, and he comes back. He's like, so you good? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't throw up. He's like, all right, you can go. Here's your doctor's note. By the time we got home, we walked through the door at 4:20 in the morning. And we left at like 10:45 and got there around 11. So from 11 to 4. It was just a fucking nightmare. I hate that hospital. Oh my God. Oh, the worst fucking hospital ever. Oh, and when we were leaving, because we got there at like the ass crack, we don't remember how to fucking leave. So this one lady, I think she was a nurse, she had a uniform on, she was just sitting down, and we were like, excuse me, how do we get out of here? She goes, oh, I don't know, ask that gentleman over there. What? You don't know how to leave and you work here? Do you just live here? Like, what the fuck? Like, nobody in that fucking hospital knew what was going on. I was so done. Like, I'm never going to this hospital ever again. Ah! But I'm fine now. I'm back to normal. I really thought, like, that was it for me. Like, I thought I was getting out of here. So when I was turning purple, I was like, this is how I die. Well, fuck Chipotle and fuck that hospital. I'm never doing those two things ever again. But anyway, just laugh at my pain because that's all you can do is just laugh. My luck. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. See you next time, hopefully on a better note. Bye.